Okay, so what I did is I picked up a piece of this sheet metal. This stuff's already cut. 22 gauge. It's Home Depot special. It's not the cheapest, but it takes a lot of the cutting time out, a lot of the fabrication time out. Saves you a lot of time on small projects. This is thin enough to cover up bad mistakes. So one of the things I had done with this in the early part of bending this, I went a little too far. So to clean that up, I just have to go back with my brake, lock it back down, and just work it a little bit until I got my 90 the way it aesthetically looks good. It's not that critical, but it makes it look a lot better when you're exactly 90 degrees. So whenever you're working with a template like this, when this is all laid out flat, you want to start with your inside bends. The reason is if you don't have a lot of working space like I don't, you're going to have to flip this over. So I had to mark it on both sides. If I had a different setup, I wouldn't have had to make such a big change and remark my metal. I can just keep making my bends. So I've worked from the inside out, and that way I have something to compare to. I know that this side has to look like this side when I'm done. So we're gonna go ahead and do this 90. And so again, you can see where we're gonna go. You can see I'm gonna have to, that's not gonna put me right there either. Is that gonna put me there? No, that put me the wrong way. So I gotta go over here, so I can't clear, right? So I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna lock it down the best I can. So I have lots of room. And that puts me pretty darn close right there. 90, and I'm gonna pull my next 90. Now, I usually just kind of do a little bit, let it relax. So it has a little bit of memory to it. So this mild steel has a little bit of memory, and you always want to go back over. I like to just go a little bit shallow first, and then we'll look at it. And as you can see, it's a little bit too far. So all I have to do is put it back in there on top, lock it back down, and just bend it back. Okay, like that. You can play with it. That's why it's a little bit nice to use it, the thin stuff. There we go. Perfect. So that's the rough draft of this thing. This is how it's going to sit. Here, like this. Like that. It's going to sit right over that, and it's going to bolt down. So what we're going to do with this now is this is what this will look like if you were looking at it. Like this. So now what we'll do is we'll drill our holes. We'll put our relief hole in here so this comes up and lays flush. As you can see, once we get our relief hole in there for the air, this is the outlet line for the compressor. We went ahead and we could have marked these and drilled these beforehand, but because this is not exactly a perfect fit, we're going to drill these holes last. Because what has to happen when I get out there, I need to be able to walk right up to it and loosen the screws and push that right over the top of that pump. So this would be the frame of the truck. That would sit in there like this. So we got 5 holes to drill. We have a relief hole here. And then when we get it lined up, we're just going to go ahead and mark our holes. We'll measure them. Let's see, these are approximately they're exactly 2 inches on center. So that's not too bad. We can do 2 inch on center. And then we'll have a little bit of room to work with.